Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, giving God all the glory. My name is Anthony Daines, and welcome to the 5-Minute Facebook Ministry. Today we're coming out of the book of Luke, the 7th chapter and the 9th verse, Luke 7 and 9. And it reads out of the King James Version. I got to switch here real quick. When Jesus heard these things, he marveled at him and turned him about and said unto the people that followed him, I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. Again, when Jesus heard these things, he marveled at him and turned him about and said unto the people that followed him, I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. These are the words that Jesus spoke about a man, a centurion, who was not of Israel, who was not a Hebrew, who was not a Jew, who came to him and said that, hey, I'm not worthy of you coming to my roof. He says, he was a centurion. He was captain in the military. He was in the military. He was in charge of men. And he says, I have authority over men, and when I tell them to go, they go, and come, they come. And he says to Jesus, if you do it, it'll be done. Do this, and he do it. So he understands the authority that Jesus has. And when Jesus sees this, how this centurion acts with him, Jesus says, the Bible says that Jesus is marveled. It says he marveled at him. Jesus was marveled by the faith of this man. He was marveled. It surprised Jesus that the centurion could display so much faith toward him. And he takes him and he turns him about to the crowd that was following him, who were probably mostly Jewish and Hebrew. And he says to him, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. He said that among you, the people that have been chosen by God, I have not found so great a faith. So great a faith. So, is faith important? We have to know that faith is very important to Jesus Christ. Faith is very important to Jesus Christ. We can marvel Jesus with the level of faith that we show him. That the level of faith that we have in him. And what is going on in today's world is that we've gotten away from having a lot of faith in God. We've gotten away as a human race of having faith in God. We are so concerned with doing things ourselves. We've got to do this. We've got to do this the right way. We've got to fix these problems. We no longer have the ability or the desire. We no longer have the desire to truly trust God with things. To truly understand that God is our provider. That God does everything for us. And, we've got to come back and we've got to be what a centurion was. That we know the authority that God has. We know the authority that Jesus Christ has. And we know that when he speaks things, they happen. And then when we start trusting him, and believing God to do things in our lives without doubting him, without putting conditions on him, then we start seeing movement in our lives. We'll start seeing obstacles being torn down. We'll start seeing temptations being thrown out. We'll start seeing trials being decided in our favor. It all starts with our faith in God. A lot of people say that they have faith in God, but yet they don't trust God to do things in their lives. We're always, matter of fact, we teach each other. We teach our children how to fend for themselves, how to be independent. And we don't teach them how to have faith in God and how to trust God. And that we don't need to be independent. We need to be children of God. We need to enslave ourselves to God, to do his will, to have him guide us, and for us to follow him wherever he leads us. And that life may not be comfortable following Jesus Christ. You know, Jesus had 12 disciples. Only one died a natural death. And he died that alone by himself, exiled to the island of Patmos, and that was John. All the other apostles were killed. It's not easy following Jesus. And, we always think that, as Christians, we're just going to be blessed and just have a wonderful life. And that's not what has happened with the people who were the closest to Jesus. We have to expect turmoil in our lives. And we also have to believe, just like they did, that Jesus is going to deliver us through that turmoil. And that regardless of what happens to us here on this earth, that our dedication to Christ, our dedication to God, will make a way for us to be with him for eternity. And that's what really counts, not this life. Hey, that's all the time I have. Hey, God bless you. God love you. And I love you too. Have a great day.